Hare Krishna, 5.
Buttons open.
Hare Krishna. Think everybody go to sleep? Everybody awake?
Yeah.
It's not easy to give a class waking up 2:30 then. So I need some enthusiasm to keep me awake. So Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama.
Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Om Gyantimirasya Gyananjanashalakya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tatati Swavatantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapatakamanam Shri Guru Nishisham Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatham Vitam Tam Sajim Sadvitam Savadutam Krishna Setam Krishna Chaitanya Dev Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsta He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindaveshwari Vishwanu Sutadevi Pranamami Haripi Pancha Kalpatu Vrinishcha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Aditana Pavnebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo 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 Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhudre Śrīmate Bhaktivedante Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Nangete Grim Yat Kirpatam Mandashi Gurundim Taranam Paramandam Madhavam Shiktaneshram Hari Om Tassat Narayan Namaskritta Naram Cheva Naruttam Devim Sasvitasam Tato Jamaduriyat Nashta Peshabdresha Nittam Bhava Seva Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nishtikhi Hare Krishna. So we just waiting for Canto 2 on that?
Yeah. Which one?
2.
1,
2.
Yeah.
What is it? I should put on there. Which one is it? What's your verse?
Put on the phone. Give him the
I
phone.
put it. So which one?
Okay.
2.1.1 or which one?
All right. 2.51.
2.51.
Sorry. It's all right. It's good.
Don't have time to clear.
Okay.
10th, 5th, 3rd, 8th, 7th.
Second chapter. Okay.
First canto.
Get on Veda base.
I got it. Okay. Hare Krishna. Narada
Narada
Deva Deva Namastestu
Deva Deva Namastestu
Bhuta Bhavan Purvacha
Bhuta Bhavana Purvacha
Tad Vigyanti Yajnanam
Tadvigyani Yajnanam
Atam Tattva Nidarshanam.
Atma Tattva Vidarshanam.
So Narada Narada Deva,
Deva,
all four demigods.
all demigods.
Deva, the
Deva.
demigod. Nama, obeisances.
Namaha obeisances.
They unto you as
they unto you as
Astu A
Astu A
Bhuta Bhavan,
Bhuta Bhavan,
the generator of all living beings,
the generator of all living beings,
Purvajya,
Purvaja,
the firstborn,
the firstborn,
Tat Vigyanti,
Tat Vigyanti.
please explain that knowledge.
Please explain that knowledge.
Yat Jnanam,
Yat Jnanam,
which knowledge?
which knowledge?
Atam Tattva,
Atma Tattva,
transcendental
transcendental,
Nidarshanam,
Nidarshanam,
specifically directs.
specifically directs.
So Shri Nagmani asked Brahmaji, O chief amongst the demigods, O firstborn living entity, I beg to offer my respectful obeisance unto you. Please tell me that transcendental knowledge which specifically directs one to the truth of the individual soul and the super soul. Okay, so just before we go into the purport, someone like to read this verse? Navdavacha.
नारदुवाच देव देव नमस्ते अस्तु भूत भावन पूर्वज तत् विजानीहि यत् ज्ञानं यत् ज्ञानम् आत्म तत्व निदर्शनम्.
Darshanam. Thank you.
नारद उवाच देवदेव नमस्तेस्तु भूतभावनपूर्वज तद्विजानीहि यत् ज्ञानम् आत्मतत्त्वनिदर्शनम्.
Thank you so much. Purport. Yeah. Prabhuji. The perfection of the parampara system, or the path of disciplic succession, is further confirmed. In the previous chapter, it has been established that Brahmaji, the firstborn living entity, received knowledge directly from the Supreme Lord, and the same knowledge was imparted to Narad, the next disciple. Narad is asked to receive the knowledge, and Brahmaji imparted it upon being asked. Therefore, asking for transcendental knowledge from the right person and receiving it properly is the regulation of the disciplic succession. This process is recommended in the Bhagavad Gita 4.2. The inquisitive student must approach a qualified spiritual master to receive transcendental knowledge by surrender, submissive inquiries, and service. Knowledge received by submissive inquiries and service is more effective than knowledge received in exchange for money. A spiritual master in line of disciplic succession from Brahma and Narad has no demand for dollars and cents. A bona fide student has to satisfy him by sincere service to obtain knowledge of the relation and nature of the individual soul and the super soul. Thank you so much. Okay. Nice. So, I'm talking about transcendental knowledge, and sometimes this transcendental knowledge, because it comes to disciplic succession or parampara, it's like compared to a train. It's like carriages joined together. Obviously, the engine would be Krishna himself pulling us, and we just join onto the train, onto the track, hold on to the carriages, and then if you stay on track long enough, you can get back home, back to Godhead. And it's important that you connect to that train, because otherwise you won't know whether you're going the wrong way or right way. Sometimes you could be working really hard, but you could be going totally wrong way. So it's important that we connect with that disciplic succession. Now this the curtains are done at the moment. Now this disciplic succession that we are following, it was established by Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. Now, it may be believed that it's Diksha Guru Parampara, right? From one Guru to his Diksha disciple to another disciple, like that. But that is not necessarily the case. Because for a long time I didn't know that either. I thought they were like Diksha Gurus. At least Prabhupada's Guru is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then like that,
Gorakshara Babaji, like that. But before that, they weren't necessarily Diksha Gurus. Right? So, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's district succession is known as the Bhagavat Parampara. So this we are following is the Bhagavat Parampara. It's called that because these people or these personalities, they follow Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam completely. It's not like I'm just giving knowledge of this, but now I'm not necessarily following this myself, to that extent that I should be. So I'm unlikely I'll be on there one day. So these are like exceptional personalities that were chosen after Bhaktivinoda Thakur left his body. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he created this parampara. I think if his father was alive, he might not have agreed with him. That he cannot put me on there. And then obviously Prabhupada came, and then he put his guru, and then we put Srila Prabhupada, and then we also put our own gurus accordingly. So it's a train, right? And it's very important. The train is very important. The parampara is very important. And most of all, that knowledge is very, very important. Yeah? And this knowledge is the truth that is passed through the district succession. It's about Krishna. Krishna's knowledge, Krishna's form, Krishna's paraphernalia, they're all one. They're equal. I mean, how much hard work the pujaris are doing in the morning, right? They are doing abhishek to the deities, they're dressing the deities, they are serving the deities, offering bhoga. Why? Because we know that the deity is God himself. It is God. Just his word is God, his form is also God. Otherwise, why would we go into so much trouble? Why would you come here doing Mangalarti if you didn't believe, the faith that this is Krishna himself? We are bowing down, we're paying obeisances. This movement is about paying obeisances. Every 2 minutes, we're paying obeisances, right? To Prabhupada, to the deities, to the devotees, paying obeisances because we have faith that there's something there, there's potency there. This temple setting, we are here. There's a pujari, there's deities, there's Prabhupada. There's potency here. We could worship at home, but that potency is not there at home, that is in the temple. Otherwise, why would we need a temple? We go into a lot of trouble to get a temple, then we want a bigger temple, we want to collect funds, so much for a temple, because that's where the potency lies, in the temple. Where Krishna is served day and night, that's where the potency lies. So, we need that knowledge, and that knowledge was first given to, at least in this creation, it was first given to Brahmaji through Krishna. So Brahmaji is like a student, like the little girl who's singing. Somebody taught her. So Brahmaji is like a child. He had to go to school as well, and he was imparted this knowledge by Krishna himself into the heart. Tene Brahma Hirdaya Ya Adi Kavi. The first created being, he got knowledge from Lord Krishna himself. And then he naturally passed that message on to Narad Muni of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and Narad Muni became attracted to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And then Narad Muni gave the knowledge to Vyasadeva, and he became attracted to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And then Vyasadeva gave the knowledge to his son, Shukadeva Goswami, and he got attracted to Bhagavatam. Otherwise, they were following, at least Shukadeva Goswami, he was like impersonalist. He was self-realized, but he was not a devotee as such. But as soon as they got the knowledge of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, he became a devotee. He wanted to serve. Why else would he come? At the time of Parikshit Maharaj, he served Parikshit Maharaj he served Bhagavatam, and he got realized he got liberation through Kirtanam of Shiva. So Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is so powerful for all of us. It's very important. And then Sutta Goswami heard Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, he went and told the sages, and now we heard it as well. So it's so powerful. The message is being delivered through the disciplic succession. Now, there's one problem. When the creation is made, something is activated then. Do you know what that is? What's activated with the creation? Something dangerous is created.
Maya or illusion?
Maya? Yes, good answer. But that's not the answer I'm looking for right now. Prabhuji, what's created that's pretty dangerous?
Ego?
We were talking about it earlier.
Ego?
We were talking about it earlier. You mentioned it earlier on when we were having a conversation. What is created? I won't say created, I would say what is activated.
False ego. False ego.
False ego. Okay, yeah, all these things are. But this one thing Prabhuji was mentioning earlier on. What topic are we referring to earlier on?
I'm talking about age of people.
Okay, anyway, we were talking about time.
Yeah.
Time is activated.
Right.
So when creation is made, time is also activated. And time is very dangerous.
Not have time, waste time, we don't have time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying. So time, it devours everything. Right? Time just eats up everything. Look, we lose our ancestors. Right? We lose so many things. With time, everything changes. We lose our friends. Everything changes. I mean, it's not also bad because we gain many things as well. Right? We may lose our parents, but we gain wives, we gain children. So time moves on, right? But it does devour in its path. It devours everything. Even Brahmaji one day will be gone, right? When he's lived 100 years. Now, because it devours everything, it even devours transcendental knowledge. This is a problem. It devours, it has no discrimination. It doesn't discriminate what it devours. It will take everything. And it will take transcendental knowledge as well. And what happens? That train we were talking about earlier comes to a stop. There's no more train to grab onto. And when Krishna realizes that there's no train, his glorification, knowledge about him has stopped. So then he comes down himself, like he did 5,000 years ago, and he spoke to Arjun. He gave that knowledge to Arjun, and he explained to him that earlier I gave this knowledge to Vasvan, and he gave it to Manu, and Manu gave it to Ikshvaku, and like that, it's come through the parampara. So it's been passed on, that knowledge. And so, this is how we, so Bhagavad Gita been passed on, Bhagavatam is being passed on through the parampara. Now, not only knowledge is passed on through the parampara, there's something else that's passed on through the parampara. Because as we hear that knowledge, we follow it, we practice it, it becomes a part of our life, then mercy flows through the disciplic succession. Krishna does not give mercy directly. He gives it through the lineage. That mercy flows through the lineage, through the parampara. And when that mercy flows, the internal potency also flows after a while. Mercy keeps flowing, and then the internal potency flows through the parampara into your heart to reignite your love of God. That's how the process works, that the mercy has to flow. You have to gain that mercy. To get that mercy, you have to practice regularly what your guru has told you. You have to follow the instructions carefully. You follow the instructions, the mercy flows. The mercy flows, the the eternal potency flows, and that will reignite your love for God. That is there, dormant in you, but it will reignite it. And what's our connection with Srila Prabhupada? Our connection with Srila Prabhupada is his instructions. Right? Because he's not there in Vapu, we have to hold on to him through his Bani. Now, Srila Prabhupada said that if you want to go back home to Godhead, hold on to my dhoti, and I will take you back. Obviously, we can't hold on to Prabhupada's dhoti. Well, what he means is, hold on to my instructions, because that's our connection with him. Hold on to my instructions, and I will take you back home to Godhead. So, this is what we need to do. So now, Prabhupada is listening, he's here, and we should really hold on to his instructions. Now, the problem is that, people nowadays, that they really, don't have any inclination, in the Kali Yuga, they don't have the inclination bhakti, and they don't know much about God, they don't know our relationship, why we are born, and what's our duty in human life. People don't know this, right? So Srila Prabhupada says that, especially people of Indian origin, it is our responsibility that we learn, we study, we practice, and then we help other people. There was Lord Chaitanya's mission as well, that we help other people. Jiva there is very important. We must serve Jiva, help them, and make them understand. Right? So most people don't know, and we have to learn and then teach them. And the other problem is people who are showing some interest, they're following bogus gurus, right? They're following cheating religions. Yeah, Dharma Bodhita Ketpo. Prabhupada says, or Krishna says, reject those cheating religions. But sometimes we don't know which religion is cheating, which is, unless somebody. Then people, they have their own philosophies, and we believe what they tell us, because it seems to make sense, because they say with so much conviction, we believe in it. But we have to avoid the cheating religions, and as well as that, there are people who are speculating that they think they can work it out, because they don't want to follow the cheating religions. They think that I can work it out myself. What's my purpose? What is God? What I need to do? But problem is, we are conditioned souls. We can't work it out ourselves. We're speculating, and there should be no speculation when it comes to Krishna consciousness. And we're conditioned souls, which means that we believe in something which is not permanent. Conditioned souls believe in temporary things. This is the problem. And as well as being conditioned, we have 4 defects as well. You know about the 4 defects?
How everyone is illusioned.
Yes.
Lies, we tell lies. Imperfect senses.
Yes.
Cheating propensity, and
Make mistakes.
make mistakes.
I was going to just give a clue. Okay, yeah, wonderful. So everybody knows, we're on the same page. Right, great. So we have all these issues, and you know what these things do. I mean, because you've heard of them, you know what they relate to, and yet we think we can work out the meaning of life, and we can find the super soul like that. With this disease we have of conditioned life and the defects we have, we think we can find God. No, we can't. We need a bona fide spiritual master. We have to follow a bona fide spiritual master. And bona fide spiritual master is who comes in the parampara, which leads back to Krishna. He follows the 4 regulatory principles, and is chanting 16 rounds and hopefully 25 Akadashi. Right? So that you can consider a bona fide spiritual master. But then, You still test by Sadhu Shastra and Guru. You check everything. Even the Guru has to be tested. Make sure he's genuine.
He must take to direct Sri Krishna, take to back to Godhead.
Yeah, yes, and he must talk about Krishna. That's what he's talking about. Not other topics. He must be talking about Krishna. So very important that we test the Guru, and very important the Guru tests us that we are the right candidate, and we are likely to chant every day and follow the principles, especially we follow the principles. So it's like that. We find the right Guru. So that's one thing you got to do. You have to find, we have to understand what's the meaning of life. So we need a bona fide Guru for that and link ourselves to the parampara. But then we linked ourselves, we found a Guru. Guru is not always with us. He has to travel and he may be in a different place, from a different country. So what do we do to keep us in check? Make sure we're doing things properly. Obviously, we follow the instructions of Śrīmad and we read his books, but at the same time, we have to connect ourselves to a Vaishnav community. Very important, like we're doing right now. It's very, very important that we connect to a Vaishnav community that is taking shelter of Lord Krishna. Right? And it's following all these rules and regulations. It's taking shelter of Lord Krishna. Because this is the age of Kali. In the age of Kali, Maya is very, very strong. It's Maya's time. Maya is king in this age. We can't fight it. Yeah? The three modes are very strong. We can't fight. But we can fight if we fight together as a community. We can neutralize the effect of Maya by, joining hands together like we're doing. We can utilize Maya like this. It's very important that we have this community base where we can meet regularly. Not just once a week, it should be more than that. We need to meet regularly and fight Maya together. And there has to be, how do you keep people in the community? People come, but there has to be more to it than that. Now, to keep people in the community, there has to be some caring mentality. You see, say I have come here, so I've taken instructions of Guru. I'm following the regulations, everything. I've found the community, but then how do you stay in the community? That's important. So, how do you stay in the community? Well, the community has to be caring. Has to have a caring mentality. So whoever comes in, doesn't matter who it is, they have to be caring for that person. There has to be compassion, kindness. There has to be some support. When you need help, they should be happy to support you, not ignore you. They should help you. That's the community. That's the community. And our Guru Maharaj Jayapataka Swami says that 10% of support comes from international devotees, or internationally. And 15% comes nationally, say like we got the Bhaktivedanta manner, 15% comes in. But 75% of your support has to come from your local temple. You really rely on your local temple to help you. When you have a crisis, you have a problem, you have an issue, you need help, the temple has to be there to support you. Otherwise, there's no meaning to community. There's no community, then it's just you and Prabhupada. There is no community. Community has to be there. The leaders should be aware that they have to support you when you need help. They have to. I'm not saying, they have to write you a check because you're having some financial problems. Not saying that, but at least mentally, spiritually, they should be supporting you, and which they are. Right? They do that, but it's something to bear in mind. And every community is doing that. They're helping their community, their devotees. So this is this is the parampara. This is our, following the instructions. Now, in the old days, they used to be like the kings, and they call them saintly kings, the Raj Rishis. They were running the communities, right? They were protecting mentally and spiritually, physically. They were protecting their citizens. But there's no more kings now. Governments are a joke, right? They're really a joke. They're just after your money, taxes and all sorts. That's all they want. There's no protection. And anyway, that's another story. But the Raj Rishis used to help the citizens in every way. We got so many examples. We got Yudhishthira Maharaj, Ambrish Maharaj, Prahlad, Dhruva, right? Bharat Maharaj, Prithu Maharaj. So there's so many kings mentioned in Bhagavatam, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, that were, saintly kings. They were saintly because they associate with saintly people. They had respect for the saints, the gurus. So they were also saintly. Now you might think, how can a king be saintly? King is supposed to enjoy himself, right? He has power, he has wealth, he has everything. How can a king be saintly? But they were saintly. That's how they were giving spirituality to the nation, to the world. When they were emperors. Now, the way they were saintly kings, because saintly means that you don't overdo your responsibilities, that you end up on the material plane. You have to have a balance. So you have to be a little bit detached. You're serving, but you have to be a little bit detached as well at the same time. Not that, this is mine, you think you're the proprietor of everything. And at the same time, you don't become so much detached that you forget your responsibilities as well. So these saintly kings, they were responsibly detached. And saintly king, responsibly detached people. And that's how we have to be, because we are little kings in our little world. We have to be responsibly detached. So we are doing all our work, but we're not so much attached to it that we don't have time for bhakti or for doing our rounds, right? So you have to find time, not so much attached to work that, probably I'm doing so many hours and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You can always find time. And Krishna expands time. You have to have desire. How did we get to Mangalarti? We got to Mangalarti, didn't we? Think, I don't have time because I won't have enough hours to sleep, and if I don't sleep, I don't feel right, and I can't go to Mangalarti. We can find an excuse. But Krishna, if your desire is strong, Krishna will arrange it for you. Anything. Because that's all you can do. You can only desire. If you desire it, sooner or later, once you deserve it, then it will come true. So you desire, and then also deserve. Can't just keep desiring things and you do, willy-nilly things. You have to desire and then make sure that that desire is worthy of you, or you are worthy of your desire. And then, then you can move forward. Krishna will fulfill. He fulfills all our desires. Every desire is fulfilled. So make sure your desires are good ones. Otherwise, you may fulfill your not so good desires, and then you go in the wrong way. So like that. So this Transcendental is very important. Make sure we have a guru. We are linked to a parampara. We are linked to a community, and we are following everything, and we remain responsibly detached. And that is the lesson for today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And if you have any questions, please ask. Like anything you're not clear on, or you want to make some statement, please carry on.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. What's another mic? Is that on?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
It's not a question though, but just a comment. I really like the way you have explained the flow of mercy and subsequently getting transferred into potency, and how it actually transforms. So that was really a carry forward message for me from this lecture. Thank you.
Thank you. So nice. Thank you.
Prabhuji, how does one decide who is the right guru for him or her?
Yeah. So this is what we're saying, that any guru that you accept, like what you said, you must be talking about Krishna, because we know from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 2.5.1 that Krishna is the source of everything. Everything else comes from Krishna. Everything else is there, are his angs and upangs, right? There is limbs. Krishna is the source of everything. So that's first thing. So that guru must be talking about Krishna, and like we said, that he must be following there must be some regulations that he's following, like we are following 4 regulations, and then he must be chanting, right? The Mahamantra. So that is the requirement of this age of Kali, is chanting of the holy name, not yagyas or meditation like that. It's chanting of the holy name. So he must be linked to a parampara, disciplic succession. It's not like some guru just woke up one morning and he got this superpower and now he wants to distribute it to everyone. You get that bogus gurus. I have this power and now suddenly this power has come to me and I can heal you all. Like that. Not like that. Okay, these are bogus gurus and you have to be careful. Because you find in the news, these people, they get so many followers and then they end up in jail because they're up to no good as well, right? And they collected so much funds and all that, and then their secrets come out, what they've been up to, and they're in jail. So you waste your time. So be very careful that they are part of a parampara that leads back to Krishna. That's very, very important. And they are practicing what they're preaching. There must be, no good telling you, but are they doing the same or not? Very important. So you must test the guru, not just follow because somebody says that I can do this, I can do that. Does it make sense?
Yeah, like you said that we must test the guru. So is it even in our periphery to test a guru? Like even if the person is genuine, does it fall in our scope of in our ambit, if we can test a guru?
Yeah. So when I say test, I mean you observe the guru and you observe his disciples, how they behave. Maybe you can't test the guru directly, it might not be in your vision, but you can at least test his disciples. Are they following everything properly? Right? That if you want to know the father, then watch the son. His behavior, what parentage he belongs to, right? So that, like the little girl, what's her name?
Titiksha.
The little one.
Yeah.
So from her, we can tell her parents, right?
Yeah.
She's so good, and we know parents must be great. That to have a daughter, you have trained her so well. So like that. So yeah, I know what you're saying. But that's the usual saying, that you test the guru, but not like directly test him. You can see his mood, when you meet him. You can test him by seeing what his mood is like, and you have to see, is my mood similar to that mood, right? This is what I want. What's his speciality, like that. You can check that. Like you're gonna go and have a question and test him directly, but you observe the guru, and you can observe his disciples and you can see their mood, what their mood is like, and say, yes, I want to be like that, and then you can follow that guru. Yeah, it can be done. You can see different gurus have different moods, or they are part of the same parampara. They have moods, so there's subtle differences. But if they're genuine gurus, then obviously like ISKCON, any guru is well tested by GBC, like that. You can't, because the name of ISKCON is dependent on how the guru behaves, right? How the devotees behave, how the temple presidents behave, how we behave. Especially if you're initiated, You have a very big responsibility, because ISKCON is like a spiritual brand, and you cannot let spiritual brand down, because it belongs to Srila Prabhupada. You know, he is the proprietor of this ISKCON brand, and we have to be loyal to Srila Prabhupada, that we don't ever let him down. We let him down, we let Krishna down. So it's just things like that. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you observe the Guru from the distance. You see his mood, yes. It's like my son. He was Jayapataka Swami in Mayapur. When we went to Mayapur, he was Jayapataka Swami, and he just loved his mood. Everywhere we went, Jayapataka Swami, because he is the king in Mayapur, after Krishna, of course. And he was just so mesmerized by it. He says, when we came back, he says, I want to get initiated by Jaya. I said, why didn't you say, well, there we could have got a shelter? Well, we there met Guru Maharaj so many times. So like that, you know it.
He's your Guru Maharaj.
Yeah. Yeah, we all Jayapataka Maharaj disciples. So like that, you know that this is my Guru and he's genuine.
Probably when the time comes.
When the time comes, but have the desire.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And can I add something? That they say that your Guru finds you.
Exactly.
So when we were there in Mayapur, so the Guru's mood, he knew Jayapataka Maharaj before as well, but last year it was during the TOVP inauguration. It just attracted him. There were so many Gurus there, but Jayapataka Maharaj pulled him, like his mood, how he was preaching and how he was, Jayapataka Maharaj got some body limitations, but how he is so active and how he's so enthusiastic, and that you wouldn't believe that somebody who is challenged still is everywhere. It's Jayapataka Maharaj.
I always find that doesn't matter how ill our Guru Maharaj is, he be the one person with the most energy in the room.
Yes.
And that
Despite such limitations.
I can never work that out. He always has the most energy. He's the most magnanimous.
He has to say Gauranga once, and everybody will wake up.
He just reflects the energy on everyone. It's amazing. Even he has so many problems, but yet he's still the strongest. Just imagine if he didn't have any problem. It'd be hard to control even ecstasy.
Can I add something else? Only 2 days ago, 3 days ago, there was he said something. It was in the app that we are all alone in this world, but we only have Krishna and our Guru Maharaj's instructions with us. That was so deep. Does make a lot of sense. So what your Guru is saying, you will get attracted to it. Automatically, you will know that this is going to be your Guru.
Yeah, because on a personal level, I don't feel I have the ability to pick a Guru myself. Like, I cannot figure out who the right person would be to be my Guru, but probably when the time comes, my Guru will pick me up himself.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, follow your feelings, and just keep chanting, and when the time is right, so Guru, he'll be there. Like I said, Guru will find you. Like he will appear in front of you, and this will happen.
Prabhuji, how is that Pranipatena, Pranipashnena Sevya? How is that linked to this? Is that linked or is that?
There's humbly by
Submissive.
By submissive from a guru, from one like one guru can lead you. So that's that 434. Humbly inquire from the bonafide guru, because his self-realized soul can guide you, because he has seen the truth.
Well, this is what we're talking about. Like Mother is saying that how do you know which is the right Guru? So you can see the who has seen the truth. From when you see the Guru, you can see straight away that yes, this Guru has seen the truth, right? And so inquiring submissively means that you ask with an open mind, and you know you lower yourself to the Guru, not like arrogance. You don't ask in an arrogant way, or you. So it comes back to what I'm saying. Like you don't test the Guru in an arrogant way. You just like you can observe him, but you don't test him, and which you know yourself. You said that. How can I? You have the arrogance to test my Guru or person who is high status to me spiritually. Yeah. So it's like that. So you be submissive to the Guru, and you don't try to act bigger or you think I know better. Well, we usually get in a conversation that person will ask you a question, material life, but they think they know better than you. Then why ask me the question if you think you know better?
To judge probably.
Yeah. What do you know? Yeah, like that. So you get that all the time. The people ask a question, but they know, but they rather want to teach you rather than learn from you. Yeah. So it's like that. You want to humbly, submissively inquire and take note of that person is saying. Otherwise, don't inquire.
Yeah.
Don't inquire. If you're not prepared to listen, then don't inquire. If you inquire, then you must be prepared to listen and practice what's there. So you ask a person that you can respect.
Because the Guru is the representative of Krishna on the material plane. Who is representing Krishna for us? It's the spiritual master. So when the time is right, and you're hearing from all the Shiksha Gurus, and you will always find there's a pull from one certain Shiksha Guru. And if you think that it is, then you should spend some time in that temple or with those disciples, and everything will fall into place. You have to just desire to connect to Krishna, and Krishna fulfills all our desires.
And is there any way to increase that desire? What if one doesn't have a desire to have a guru?
Yes. There's one very good way to increase all your desires. That's what I'm saying. You have to have very good desires in the first place. And then if you don't have that desire, then first of all, you pray for the desire. That, first, if you have a desire, you pray that this is my desire. If you don't have a desire, then you pray that I have some good desires. And if you don't pray, if you don't like that, you can just keep going back until, that something happens and you have some desires. That is one way, Well, you do that anyway. You should always pray for good desires. The other is take association. If something comes to your mind, or like you're saying, I don't have any desires, I don't know what to desire for, then associate sadhu sangha. It's very important. When you take sangha of sadhus and you see their desires, they will rub off on you as well. You say, I want that. This is what I want to do. Say, you want to initiate it, for example. You are associating with all initiated people. And they're always talking about this and that. And you think, I was doing that as well. I wish I had a guru that I could speak to, or, go and see, or this. So sadhu sangha. Praying is very important, and sadhu sangha is association is very important. If you don't have enthusiasm, associate with enthusiastic people. If you don't feel that my sincerity is there, then you associate with sincere people. If you want to be a kirtaniya, associate with kirtaniyas, you'll pick up something. I'm talking about myself. Right? So like that, whatever you want, associate with those right people. This is, again, brings back to the community. Very important to have a community. So you can have transcendental knowledge, you can have guru, you can follow the parampara, but we need a community, and a caring community at that. So where you can take shelter of Krishna, like they are taking shelter of Krishna, and you can take shelter of the community who will look after you spiritually. At least they will look after you. So in the age of Kali is very important. You can't go alone. Alone, Maya will attack you. Maya is very strong. You just see your thoughts when you're on your own. That is a clue. When you're alone, what kind of thoughts come in your head? Very well, sitting in the temple setting with the devotees, we're feeling more spiritual. Think about it when in your material setting, and you're on your own, what's going through your head? Then that's a clue that you need a community sport that you can rely on. And obviously we need the regulations, we need vows to protect us as well. So hope that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. I like the way you have connected the
Yeah.
local community and the internationally, how much percentage.
You were listening?
Yeah.
Jeptaka Maharaj said that. He said 10% internationally, you get like Mayapur, Vrindavan, they support you. 50% nationally, go to the manor or something for help. 75% of your support has to come from your own temple. So very important, the temple is caring, protecting, and giving you, mental support, spiritual support, that so you don't waver in any way. Because we need to be right here, physical health, mental health, all has to be in a right way for you to practice your bhakti. Health is first. So the temple is responsible for your mental being. If something disturbing you, they must help you to get into that disturbance, or at least advise you how to go about it, so you can carry on with your bhakti. There's no obstacles. So yes, 75%. Jayapataka Maharaj. My Guru Maharaj said that, so I have to push that. 75% support comes from your local temple.
In the Bhakti Vriksha module, which was kind of now starting next week, the third module, so I talked about 4 pillars. So temple service is very important. That's what kind of progress. So yeah, you're emphasizing on that.
The temple management has started 2 initiatives. One is book club, which we do on Sunday evenings after the temple program is finished. Another one is Bhakti Vriksha, which Jayapataka Maharaj initiated. So we did 2 modules, which was for 19 weeks. So the next one is Krishna Sadhak. So for that you should do 4 rounds of chanting, and then you should be vegetarian, and then you should give regular service in the temple. And the 4th one is reading Prabhupada books. So,
Wonderful.
So all devotees, around 15-16 people, they committed that they will try to do it.
Excellent, because idle mind is devil's workshop. So we'll keep everybody occupied so the mind doesn't waver in another ways. Because this is what happens when somebody doesn't come to temple for a while, then where are they? Somebody else found them, right? Maya found them. So like that, you have to keep connected to the community, not just to the holy name alone. You have to have devotee support, because the mercy comes through the devotees. Very, very important. That we, sometimes you can say, "Oh, I don't need association. I know what to do," but no, you do need association, because you might know what to do, but you have defects. You commit mistakes, right? So you have to be careful. Srila Prabhupada says that somebody said, "Srila Prabhupada, we have your books, so we can read them. Why do we need people?" He says, "Because the books cannot twist your ear." You need devotees. When they see you doing wrong, they will say, "Hey, behave yourself. You're doing wrong here. This is not how things should be done for a devotee." He says, somebody needs to twist your ear. So make sure people are watching you when your behavior and how you're practicing, so they can straighten you. Obviously, we have the wives. They can straighten us very easily. Very important to have a wife as well. People straighten her. And hats off to devotees, who are in the bachelors, brahmacharis, bachelors, like that, who are practicing devotional service. I think it's very, they're very good to do that, because nobody's watching them that closely, but yet they're following. So yeah, it's very, very good. This is why each ashram is very, very powerful. It's very, very important, because they all have some great qualities. They all need all those, and we look up to each one. So thank you so much.
Very nice. It was very kind of you explain things very simple and very easy to understand. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, look, so early, and I want to make it simple so we can all relate to it. It's very, very important that we can, whatever we talk about, we can use it. It's not good me giving you something. You think, what do I do with this? I can't use it. It's like a gadget. It's a spiritual gadget class. You must now you got it. How are you going to apply it? So it's something you must be able to understand what's going on, and if even one thing out of that can be useful, then the class been worth giving. Thank you. Hare Krishna.